'tis the season. We have actually, we'll talk about praise giving later, but as we tend to do, let's dish some praise. So I actually have a friend in the Philippines who's willing to write down everyone's praise that they say. So what praise you dish right now will turn into real praise in the chat room. So feel free to make it count. Well, I want to dish praise to Tonga and YGG for a huge session. Oh, I already dished praise for that, actually. Okay, I want to dish praise to Tamra, for jumping into the community stewards meeting the other day and just being like, oh, I'll help you guys roadmap everything. Sure, that sounds great. And offering to do one-on-ones. That's really huge and going to be a huge benefit so we can see where we're headed with this. And I'll pass it to Santi.
Well, guys, I want to praise Jessica for taking care of all the comms channels, making sure that they all get content regularly, and be ready to have all the information that we all share together, and make sure that everyone out there is able to follow what we're doing. And I'll pass it to Juan Carlos.
Gracias, Santi. I want to dish praise to Livia and Griff because they are the praise quantifiers. And I think that is a very important job that sometimes is passed by, and they are both awesome. So I will pass it to Septimus.
Hello, guys. Thanks, Juan. I will praise YGG because he, we started to work on the YouTube, for example, on the Timecodes and stuff, and he set up all documents on Google so we can coordinate very cool, and he took some time to explain me everything, and that was so cool. And I'll pass it to Sam.
Hello, everyone. I would like to praise Rain this time because he has been doing a lot of questions about how we can do the project that he's working right now on the TEC. We are building a graph for the vesting, and he has been working a lot on that, and I would like to praise him. I am going to pass it to Pablo.
Hi, everyone. I would like to praise Fiorella and Marco for designing the UI layout and skinning for the web app, and yeah. I will pass it to Fabi.
Okay, everyone. Well, this time I would like to praise Septimus for joining us the technical meetings in order to record for the ones that couldn't join. So yeah, that was really great, Septimus. And I would pass it to, I don't know who's missing, Ryan.
Hi, guys. So I actually wanted to dish the same praise to Septimus because I was not able to join the meeting. So it was very handy to have the recording ready to rewatch it on a later date. I'll pass it over to Jessica.
I would like to dish praise. Also, I second Griff and Livy for always doing the praise quantification because they actually get less or no praise pretty much for doing that community service. So super appreciated. And then I also would like to praise Jeff. I would like to praise and welcome Jeff from Conflicts and also JawSpot for just jumping into this community to see what's happening. And I just want you to feel warmly welcome. And we're excited to learn more about what you're working on and share that with the community. So I will pass to JawSpot. Joss. If you would like to speak. If you're too shy, that's also fine. And also Jeff and Joss, if I'll send you the channel to say hi and the TE praise so that you can receive your tech tokens for the praise that we're dishing you.
I don't think Joss is too shy, but you're muted.
Nola?
Okay, so
Yeah, I'll pass it to Craig. Craig, are you there?
Good morning. I would like to dish praise to Jess and Livy for taking notes for me yesterday unprompted. I so much appreciate that, and more generally to everyone who attended the first onboard working group call. And I will pass to, let's see, Chris.
Just realized I was muted. Hey everybody, just wanted to say really good to see all the progress that's happening here. Really exciting to join. I don't have any specific praise to dish right now, but I have been digging in with Griff and Jess into the back end of praise dishing and figuring out how we can get it working in our upcoming launching Discord servers. So if anyone's interested in any of that work as well, feel free to DM me. We can chat more about that. And yeah, I joined a little late. I'm just tuning in to see what's going on.
Sure,
So who hasn't gone?
I can take it. Let's pass it to Jeff with it.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Oh, Joss. Yeah, go for it, Joss.
Sorry, I did one of those how do you say, like, updates, and then everything gets fucked up, and then I was trying really hard, but I'm here and I just want to say thank you. And I would like to praise Jessica and Livia because they encouraged me to come here and be myself today, and that felt really great, and that's why I'm here.
Nice. All right, I'll pass it to Jeff with a G. If you can unmute Jeff.
Our guest from Conflux. Oh.
Well, then we'll go with Jeff with a J. Hey, Jeff.
I want to dish praise to Chris. He's been doing a really great job, on the comms side, and really picking up and running with a lot of the comms tasks in the common stack, and lots of help in the TEC. And yeah, really happy to have your energy and enthusiasm. And I will pass it to
Jeff with the G is back.
Jeff with the G, or maybe Ruben, if you haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I want to give praise to J and Livia for their comments on my PrimeDAO ambassador proposal that we're doing for TEC, and also to Zeptimus for the amazing recording and gallery or library profile of TEC that we have. Thank you.
Nice, and I can pass it for
Awesome.
you.
Hey,
too.
guys.
Oh yeah, Jeff, go for it.
There we go. Sorry about that. I accidentally hung up and then muted myself. So hopefully it's all sorted now. Quickly turn on camera. Yeah, so it's awesome to be here. Been, I guess, handing out praise. So I kind of get the gist. So this is my first time doing it, but just, I guess I'm well aware of Common Stack. I'm not working with, but I guess been trying to collaborate with all you guys for a long time. So I guess handing out praise, I'm gonna hand out praise like to Griff, and also like, I guess also Jeff, and also last and not least also Jess. Huge fan of all the work that you guys are doing here. Happy to be here, and I guess really happy to collab on a lot more stuff. Gonna pass it off to, I don't know, how does this work? Who hasn't gone yet?
Yeah, it's
Mateo.
it's a panel.
Yep. Hey everyone, happy to be here. I'll dish prize to two persons, people actually. One is Santi and the other one is Kai, but he's not here. But mentally, I will do it because we have been investigating the source code integration for the TEC. Kai will help me on that to get it up, and Santi has been doing an amazing job participating on the conversation around the source code side. So yeah, I don't know who's next.
Let's pass it to Julio Cuarto.
Hi, I will give praise to the people who are managed and are managing the YouTube channel of Token Engineering, because there are a lot of incredible content there. And I think that the video on the stablecoin and on the bonding curve are like the best thing you can find on the web about that issues. So thank you. And I recommend it to you if you haven't watched it. It's just 6 hours. You passed to
Paolo?
You're gonna go for it? I'll pass it to Dan Novelsdorf. Novelsdorf.app.
No, hey. So yeah, it's the first time I feel very good listening to you all. I like generally praise everybody. This is my bumpy onboarding week. Griff has been taking care of me mostly, so that will be an extra praise. But yeah, just getting hands on things, so I'm here to listen. Thanks. I don't know who's.
Oh, I got you.
All right.
Did Livia go? I don't think Livia's gone.
No, I haven't gone. I'll praise Santi today because he's been so proactive on everything always. And today in the morning, I sent him something I did that nobody gave feedback because people don't have time. And then he so promptly gave feedback and plus like made a whole new spin out of it that I'll show you guys later. So that was amazing. Thanks, Santi. And I'll pass. Okay, Griff.
Yeah, I'm so bold. Everyone's so bold to try to pass. It's intense. How about Rain? Rain, have you gone?
Yep, I've gone already.
Okay, then let's go with Tam.
Yeah, I would like to praise for the SoftGov culture hour yesterday. It was really the first time that I've heard it discussed in this context. So it was very exciting for me to start to get a grip of what it actually all is. So thank you for that.
And we'll pass it to Tonga. Oh, Tonga, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, sorry. Yes, I would like to praise Griff and YGG for the session from yesterday. It was really fun to have a 3-hour session to work. It's like very, I don't know, it feels like you can do more stuff in 3 hours. And I also would like to praise Sam because he's always there, and not only for me, for everyone. So thank you, Sam.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't know who is left.
I think Sean might be the last one. YGG.
Yeah, I want to praise Zeptimus for being so pro and on point with the recordings. Mine are always a little bit like leggy or there's sound issues, but he's so pro. And we got a really good system set up now for having the notes prepared so we can just upload the videos on YouTube. And yeah, likewise, I want to praise Griff and Tonga for hopping on the dev sesh last night. It was really fun. I feel like I learned so much and we made a lot of progress. So looking forward to more.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for joining. And thank you guys for all the great praise. Man, killed it. Okay, so as usual, we have an agenda. 7% battery life. We have a great agenda. It's the same as every other week. It's the same file, so go in there, and it'd be great if you could add your name to the list of Telegram handles here. As usual, we can go over the roadmap and where we've been so far and where we're headed. So we started this project in late July, and of course, it's been a brainchild of the Common Stack for a long time before that. But now we've put in months and months of work getting things set up just right so we could start working. And now there are, man, I don't know, 6, 7 working groups that are all in full swings and all have their own roadmaps. For the most part, I'm managing the technical roadmap. Well, actually, Sem's managing the real technical roadmap, but I'm trying to help the best that I can. And we are currently debating the Techspec parameters. So we're going to put the big thing for the Techspec group is to put the stuff on the forum this week. And we're going to hopefully have a total test deployment on XDI where everyone gets the hatch and run the whole spectrum in about 2 weeks. So that'll be really fun. And from there, we're going to spend a lot of time debating parameters with each other. And I'm still hoping that we can get launched in late December, but it's starting to look like we might end up launching in January. Just a heads up so everyone knows. But we'll find out more when we actually get everything roadmapped on ZenHub and all of that jazz. Let's see. So the purpose of this call is really to show off work that has been done and any proposals that need to be made. It's really not to brainstorm proposals or improvements. We want to save that for either async work or more targeted sessions. But if you guys have any action steps that you want to make sure happen this week, just while you're thinking about it, while you're listening to the call, feel free to go into the notes and put some comments down here under actions and requests. So first thing to show off is our project boards. We're doing a lot of work in trying to manage the swarm. We're hopefully going to put everything on GitHub. This is the dream. So feel free to jump into the github.com/tecommons. Most of the issues are in coordination, but there's also a project higher than that. But you can see here all of the different working groups that are pushing forward and have filled out some lots of issues. We have 66 issues and an issue template. So if you are really hot to trot, you could, and there's something you want to get done, you can even try to make a new issue about it. On an issue, that would be amazing. That would be really cool. We'd love to have your support on any of these issues. Just reach out to me or any relevant community steward and tell them what issue you want to tackle, and we'll actually add you, and you can become an official member of the GitHub if you'd like, and we can assign you that issue. So this might get a little more advanced because Tamara has joined the Common Stack and is ready to also help the TE Commons out a lot with our project management. So things are going to move really fast here, but the project board should be good to go. Okay, well, let's start with the Techspec working group since I have the mic already. If you guys want to read the manifesto about what the Techspec working group is doing, you can check it out. As we've been evolving, I just want to say, like, the big mission of the Techspec is to make this not a technocracy, to make sure that everyone here, no matter what their technical understanding is, that they all feel confident that they can participate in the discussions around choosing parameters and making sure that that we're run with a democratic, choices instead of just Sem picks all the parameters, because we could totally do that. It would work out great, I'm sure, but that's not what we want to do. So we've partnered with the One Hive Garden Swarm and have helped start the One Hive Garden Swarm, which is they're the dev team that's really focused on making the Gardens template usable for everyone, including the TE Commons. And Sem has made huge progress on here. He's going to present the bonding curve, and then we're going to go and talk to a bunch of other people that are working in the tech group for really quick, like 2 sentences summaries on what they're working on. So Sam, do you want to share screen and show people the bonding curve?
Sure. Hello, everyone. If you can see my screen, it's still yet. There are some things that are not completely working yet. I'm just finishing it today. But the basic idea is that, as I showed you last week, we have that converter, and now we already have the test DAO in XDAI, and all the people who has impact hours have some tokens of this test DAO. They have been the hatchers, and we just skip that part of the hatch. We are already with an open bonding curve, and as you can see here, this is one of the addresses that received impact hours, and now they have here a balance that you can say, okay, I want to convert 100 test TEC into DICE. And now it's very cheap because it's a test. It's like 5 cents per 100 TEC, and there are not so much test TECs, but you have them, and you can try to use them. And if you click in convert, TECs are going to be converted. Now I only have 400, but if I do the opposite, I can, for example, you can use wrap XDAI in order to convert it. It's wrong. Maybe in the future it's going to be actual XDAI, but at the moment it's wrapped XDAI. In order to convert your XDAI into wrap XDAI, you can go to Honeyswap, and you put here XDAI, and you look here W XDAI. So in this way, you can wrap the XDAI into wrap XDAI. For example, if you want to wrap the balance that you have, you can wrap it. Once you have the wrapped XDAI, you can buy some test TEC if you want. It's going to be considered a donation since we are still testing, and this bonding, don't expect that bonding curve to be open or accessible in anytime soon. All the funds that are going to be in that bonding curve are going to be sent as a donation to the funding pool of the real TEC. So if you want to try with it, just put some cents and see how it works. It will be very useful in order to then, as Griff was explaining, discuss in the forums, just to understand how everything is working and which are the parameters that we should choose. So finally, if we want to transform one XDAI, we'll see that there are 2 transactions that are needed. Actually, I don't know why I did it. Well, actually, it's not completely working, but it will be pretty soon. And I really hope that it's going to be today, so everyone is going to be able to do it. We are going to write a forum post with the link, and it's almost there.
Will it be on convert.tecommons.org?
Yes. At the moment, it's.
And the other update is that we have I think you took down gov.commonsstack.org, or sorry, gov.tecommons.org, right?
Yeah. That's going to be convert, and gov is the conviction voting.
Is that still working, or is that taken down?
It is, this instance is going to be taken down because we are going to have a new conviction voting with the bonding curve. New proposals are going to be funded by the bonding curve. Actually, there is a 20% of exit tax in the bonding curve that goes directly to here. And we can also discuss this if we want to have a bigger tax. It's if we consider it a tax, or if we consider it an attribute, we want a high or low tribute for the bonding curve, and how do we want to set it up? And yeah, this is the demo for today, and it's the last that it's working. I am just checking out that everything is working perfectly before we launch, but it's ready for deploying today.
Nice. And you had mentioned that there are some 4 projects that are being worked on by the Garden Swarm. That maybe who should we pass it to give us an intro on that?
Do you guys want to explain a little bit what are you doing?
Maybe... Yeah, ideally it's just like 2 sentences.
I can go.
Sure.
With them we start work on the Hatch Oracle. We forked the Oracle that has been using in one hack. And yeah, the idea is to define the amount of tokens that you can get during the hatch process. That would be the main idea of this small project.
Nice.
The idea is that depending on how much CSTK tokens you have,
you're right.
You can contribute more or less into the hatch. Because if you are part of the trusted seed, you will be able to get more tokens in the hatch than the people who is not that trusted or didn't contribute that much.
Cool. And there were 3 other projects?
Yep, I can go next. Vivian and I have started working on the vesting visualization project, and the goal of this project is to aggregate all vestings from all addresses and display them on a graph.
Nice. Paulo, you have a project, right?
Yes. Me and Tonga, we're gonna start working on a price feed web app so we can expose TEC market data. We were thinking about using a set of contracts made by Aragon called passive price feeds, which allow us to have up-to-date prices at any time and with low high gas maintaining. The idea is to expose this contract data using the graph. And yeah, we're still thinking about how to design the system and to start working on it.
Perfect. Sam, was there one more?
Yes, Fioris is not here, but she's also working on redesigning conviction voting. I think doing another iteration on what is the design for like a whole redesign of conviction voting that is probably going to be very different than what it is right now. But we will see how it evolves. It's just a research project, and I hope that it will be much usable in the near future, or January, February, we will see. Regarding the delay that Griff talked about, that maybe we cannot delay it on, we cannot launch it on December, and maybe it's in January. It is still not clear if we will be able to launch on December, but at least the deadlines are the same. And the idea is to freeze the Solidity code during the deadline to freeze the Solidity code, so everyone can review the contracts and which are the most important thing to review, because the rest can be changed. All the frontend can be changed, but the contracts are going to be there for quite a long time. The idea is still to have it for December, for 1st of December. And from there, we can see how it evolves.
Yep. Thanks, Sam. And I want to give highlights to Tonga, too. Tonga, do you want to talk about your work with the Techspec?
Okay. We were yesterday trying to think about the vesting cliff, how to reason about like that period and how it works, and how to make the good questions. And we made a document. I can't open it because I have no internet right now, but maybe you have it there. I don't know the subject that well to be able to do it without reading. But
okay.
yeah,
It's okay. That's solid, Tonga, because we have a lot to cover. So, but if you are interested in investing, Tonga's diving deep, and also Sean is diving deep into impact hours, which is something I bet all of you will be interested in. Do you want to say anything, Sean?
Yeah, so I'm going to be posting the forum post, which is opening the dialogue for how impact hours are converted into tech tokens, off the top of my head. And so what I'm doing is actually Griff and Sam put together a nice data sheet that is like based on how much funds we raise, there's two pieces of the pie, one that goes to the token investors for the raise, and then one that goes to us as a community. That's the cultural tribute. So we just have to determine how big is that cultural tribute and how it grows. And Griff and Sam set it up pretty cool, so it's aligned. So the more we raise, the more the piece of the pie the investors get, but the more absolute value we get as a community. So everyone is rewarded by raising more. So that's kind of what I've been understanding. And I've ported this into Python, so I'm going to expand it a little bit and make a visualization and post the forum so everyone can take a look at it.
Very excited to see the Jupyter Notebook on impact hours. But I took up way too much time with the Techspec. Really sorry about that. Let's pass it to Jess. Did you have anything on comms?
Yeah, a couple of things, and I'll try to keep it brief because we have 4 other groups and a guest presentation. So I guess the main things I would like to talk about happening in comms. Of course, you can read our manifesto. We meet every Tuesday at 9 a.m. PST and 6 p.m. CET. Our focus in the next 2 weeks is pushing forward on the website. I've got a hack session today with Blair in the afternoon. And then the other thing is we're working with Onboarding Group. They can tell you more about that, but we're going to dedicate our comms meeting next Tuesday if you want to jump in to mapping our journey to the hatch. So what does it look like for different stakeholders, and how can we communicate and help them understand what is the hatch, how it's going to go down, and what kind of information that is needed. We're also going to be doing some content, maybe a forum post on what kind of projects are we actually going to fund. So we're going to raise money, and then we'll have conviction voting, and we're going to be onboarding and bringing in projects. For example, Jeff, who's joining us today with Conflux, they're looking at maybe taking this design pattern onto a different blockchain besides XDAI and Ethereum. So maybe they want to come and submit a proposal. So what kind of projects do we want to fund, and what projects won't probably get support within the community? That might help to guide some of the community in understanding what that is going to look like. And then just to share, we of course are, on Twitter, if you want to show some love and hit like at TEC MNS, and we published a blog this week. All the things that have just come up in the Techspec group are really important. So this is your economy. We're all co-vesting together. So it would be really wonderful if we can hear your voice on how long should the hatch be, what factors should we use to decide minimum and maximum amount of money that we would like to raise in the hatch. And then another one that's really, really important, if you don't contribute to anything else, what we'd really like to hear is what percentage of the hatch should go to projects. So basically what Sam was talking about with the exit tribute. And Santi wrote a really great post explaining that. Here we go. Santi wrote this really great post on the forum, and basically a high hatch tribute, it's kind of like a tax, will help fund a lot of projects, but weaken the return for the hatchers, and a low hatch tribute will strengthen the return for the hatchers and maybe lead to a larger hatch. So it's actually really interesting stuff. It's your money that you're going to be putting in, and this actually affects what you will get back and how much goes to projects. So if you want to hop into our forum.tecommons.org, it would be fantastic to have your input in some of these conversations. And two more quick things to mention. We also don't just want to talk at you all the time, and we really want to start shifting more to our focus and our mission and vision and values of like why we're here, which is to fund TE projects. It's not to DAO, as Griff says. So we're reserving space for like kind of an elevator pitch at the end of these weekly meetings, and we want to invite you officially to poke us, say, hey, I'm working on this project and I will be submitting a proposal once the TEC hatches. We would love to hear from you. We want to hear about the projects that are happening, the projects that need funding. So please reach out to any of the stewards, Santi, Craig, me, Juan, Griff, Livy, and say, hey, I'm working on this, and this is a TE project that would need funding, and we'll be submitting a proposal, because we want to feature what you're working on and not just talk about the DAO and the TEC all the time. So final thing, praise giving. The meeting on November 26th will be shifting from this and focusing our work and projects to just having a fun meetup where we actually get to hang out, and we're going to have a bunch of spots open so that everybody can talk and share. You can share a project you're working on. It's going to be just like 3 to 5 minute slots. You can share a project, you can share a poem, you can do an impression. You know, if you want to dress up, put a weird hat on, it'll be on November 26th, and we'll have some info going out, and also we'll be sharing a sign-up sheet for slots. And I really, really hope that people have fun with it and that you're not shy. And I would love to hear some singing or whatever kind of weird you want to show would be awesome. So that's just something to have fun and be grateful for the work that's been done this year, and yeah, share a little bit more of ourselves. Okay, that's pretty much it. See you next Tuesday at the comms meeting, and I will pass to onboarding working group, which has a lot to talk about.
Oh, Craig, are you still there? Oh no. He was saying he might get dropped off the call. I guess we'll pass to Olivia. And Craig, if you need, feel free to interrupt.
Maybe his kids jumped him.
Thanks, Griff. Yeah, let me share my screen. Oops. Here, so yeah, one thing I wanted to show is this onboarding journey draft that I started. I made this like, I don't know, really small, just brainstorming a little bit on what would be an interesting journey for onboarding, so people can jump into one thing at a time, like one step at a time. And we've been talking a lot about how we need to improve our onboarding material, our journey, and how now is a bit heavy, and a lot of the people don't read everything because it's just like too much to read everywhere. So how could we make this fun and intuitive and yeah, easier for everyone to interact? So I started thinking about this journey, and I would love to hear feedbacks from you guys on what is missing, There's a few things that I didn't put in here yet, so it was just like a first brain dump. But are you comfortable with English? I thought that would be awesome to be the first question, because we have so many people that speak different languages here, and we should enjoy that to make our community more inclusive. So here, the idea would be that each one of these things are clickable items, maybe in the website, that the backlinks of them would bring us to the wiki page. So all the resources are in the wiki, but then the intuitive journey is in the website. So if people say that, oh, I prefer speaking Spanish, then we can link this person with so many people from our community that speak Spanish, and they can have an onboarding one-on-one and move forward from there. And we can start updating slowly our documents to include other languages. So yeah, I do speak English, but what exactly is the Token Engineering Commons? And then they are led to our Medium post, to the vision, mission, values, code of conduct. And that, by the way, we need to make them a little more simple and digestible. It would be awesome to have an upgrade of the version we have now. And this is an issue on GitHub. If you feel inspired to jump on this, that would be very appreciated. And then, yeah, I read all of those, but I still have so many questions. It would be helpful to speak with somebody one-on-one, and then this would connect you with the person. And then, yes, I feel aligned with the mission, the values, and I would love to participate. So maybe I just want to observe and learn. And then if you click here, you would be led to the calendar and like what are the things that you're welcome to just observe and learn. And then I want to collaborate. And then each one of these things would bring you to the working group that is related with your interest. And if you don't fit any of these boxes, you can speak with a community steward directly, and we would contact you. So there is a few things missing here that I put on the side, and it would be awesome to hear you guys. And then I sent this to Santi this morning, and then he made this. That is like, whoa, a whole new face to it. That while we don't have the website clickable version, we could just make this journey nicer and make it look better. So it's awesome that Santi started to hack on this, and I'll give some tries on Canvas too. And all of you, if you want to collaborate, that would be great. And then other things are the onboarding lab sessions. Actually, YGG had this great idea to improve the onboarding, the 30-minute onboarding sessions we were having to lab sessions that people can talk about different topics in this time. And each one of you, I'm sure there's so much different expertise in this community that we could host so many of the sessions, and we can promote them, and people can come and like learn specific about one thing or another. So Juan also already put himself available for conflict management lab session. And yeah, if any of you would like to propose something, this is great. It's a great way to present what you have to the world. And this can also be sessions of TE projects. So we can also speak about public goods in this format. And yeah, another thing is the discussions we have going in the forum from our last two calls. So one of them is the automating rewards research that both Santi and Mateo are paving the way and looking into the SourceCRAD implementation. Oops, there was the wrong link. It was supposed to go to the forum, but yeah, they've been working in the SourceCRAD implementation. So if you want to help on that, please reach out to them. And also we need more ideas on the automating reward research. So if you have any other ideas, the working group, the onboarding working group crew already put something amazing there, and you can add your thoughts. And then intrinsic motivation. was another topic we talked about last week. I'm not going to get so into it because we're running out of time, but you can jump in the forum and add your comments there. And also go to the board. We have many issues that can be taken. And if they sound like too big for one person to take, please just do one step or like reach out to me and see how you can collaborate or something else you want to do. We can all talk about that. And I'll pass to Santi and the legal working group.
Thank you, Livia. I'm going to go really fast over the legal because legal is boring and not many people is interested in our group. Anyway, we are basically working in 3 areas. One of them is the hatching phase. We are studying with the lawyers the best way to cover everyone that goes into the hatching phase. And basically what we're trying to do here is to have everyone under the umbrella of the common stack. So we've already started talking with the lawyers. We're going to have another meeting later on today. And hopefully within a few weeks, we might be able to have something ready for that. Besides that area of that working area, we're also taking a look at the new European finance proposal that is just came out a few days ago, and it's apparently going to be approved in a few months from now. And just to make sure that we know what's coming and we are prepared to wherever the law is going to be taking place in a few months here in this area of the world. And we are also starting to analyze what other DAOs are doing when they are dealing with their legal issues. So from all those perspectives, we will finally be able to know absolutely what we feel comfortable with in every single area of our project. Okay, and I'll pass it to Juan Carlos.
I just before Juan goes, I want to add something that if anyone feels comfortable with someone else, some other DAO, especially a DAO that had a bonding curve, and knows someone who knows their legal strategies, we have an issue for each DAO that. Like, what is their legal strategy? What are they doing to protect the people who buy into their bonding curve? What are they doing to protect the people who are creating projects? If you know anything about any of these projects, feel free to reach out to Santi or me and the legal group working group, and we'll try to. We want to document it because it's research time. Anyway, I'll pass it to Juan Carlos.
And I forgot to mention we're meeting on Fridays at 4 p.m. Central European time. You're all invited to come and join us and just listen or to contribute on any way you think it's worth. Thank you.
Juan, you want to take it away?
Yes, of course. I'm going to talk about the conflict management working group that the names we have suggested for it is Gravity. And we are in the GitHub, and there's an issue open about it. Basically, we have a 4-point roadmap, and you can jump into any of the into any of the points. The idea is to have an MVP of on the 4 points for the 24th of November, and the idea of this group is to provide internal management looking for keeping high vibes. This is something that conflict is normal in any organization, and in this type of organization, maybe you don't know how to address or how to say something that maybe made you feel uncomfortable. And this is the idea of this group, to have like a way of channeling disputes and to address issues when they are small, so that they have a proper management, and then they don't scale out of control, but like we can have a management and a strategic control of it. So I think that the only issue I would like to say in this community call is that in the working group calls, we haven't been able to have like so much people. So feel free to like propose an hour for the weekly sync, and yeah, so that everyone can feel comfortable with it. And also, I want to present like a first draft. This is a really basic, like a type form, so that if you want to say something, even the smaller issue, like you can like write on the type form, and then the idea is that you would be like reached to have more information on what you were trying to say and try like to solve that issue. So yeah, everyone is invited to join, and yeah, please review the GitHub issues, and that's it. Then I will pass it to Greg if he can speak now.
Yeah. Just to add that, like, if you have a small issue, someone's saying your name wrong, you know, someone is not, someone was late to a meeting and it didn't feel good, you know, it doesn't have to, don't think of conflict as such a big deal. A conflict's normal, things make you sad. This is an opportunity to tell someone about it and feel good about it. Juan Carlos is excited to beta test the form. It's the first attempt at it. So if you can think of something wrong, man, we want to hear it. So complain to us, please. And now we have our second spotlight of a TE project. Jeff, do you want to tell us, you're going to present a cadCAD project?
Yeah, definitely. So let me just share my screen in here and make sure everyone can see that okay. I have a bit of a lag on my internet. Can everybody see my screen? Okay, there we go. Perfect. Cool. So cadCAD, I mean, most people know what cadCAD is, but yeah, a lot of the work is currently done on a volunteer basis. So this is actually one work output that has been collaborated on within the cadCAD sphere, and this is basically a TLDR onboarding document. So trying to collect all of the relevant links for cadCAD, you know, from how to install, a one-stop shop for all of the tutorials and also what you'll learn, the video walkthroughs, how to do a cadCAD quest, watch a couple of cadCAD intro videos. Anyway, this is basically, here's all the cadCAD models that have been created so far, the open source models that we really want to encourage people to come in, pick up, and modify and tweak for your use case. So this is just an example of one output from the cadCAD community that we would love to turn into more consistent output. Also, you know, surfacing all of these models that can be useful in modeling the TEC, for example, when we connect an augmented bonding curve and conviction voting and perhaps dispute resolution or gravity in some form, you know, how do these complex ecosystems roll out in real time? And cadCAD can provide not only support in helping us design these systems, but in how they run and are maintained in the long term. So cadCAD is one example of a project that may apply for funding, and it could be for outputs like this TLDR onboarding document. It could be for models for the TEC ecosystem, or it could just be driving more people to this important tool to forward token engineering and the robust design of these economic systems that we're all here to build. So that's my elevator pitch, really short and concise. And does anybody have any questions? Are there any other thoughts around how we can use funds for cadCAD?
Well, yeah. I mean, if no one else has any, I'm curious. What would you see is like one of the specific proposals that you would propose to the TEC? How could Luna, or I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch, but.
Yeah, definitely. So Luna Swarm that Griff just mentioned is a OneHive initiative that is basically taking the conviction voting model and adding in other OneHive specific considerations. So how is honey issued? There are multiple different issuance models, and they would love to, you know, run that through a rigorous cadCAD analysis to build, you know, a sustainable Honey and OneHive ecosystem moving forward. So the Luna Swarm is one of the first kind of whole system models that are coming together in cadCAD, and that is currently applying for funds in the OneHive ecosystem, but may also apply for funds from the TEC to take what is built in the Luna Swarm and tweak some of the parameters to model the issuance of TEC tokens, maybe how praise impacts these dynamics, all sorts of different things to take a model that's already created and then tweak it and use it for another similar use case. So hopefully there's some funds for proposals like that coming from cadCAD in the future.
Any other questions? Okay, then we'll call it. I'm sure if you do have any questions, there's a cadCAD Discord that Jeff is maintaining with the help of the cadCAD community. Jess is in there too. A lot of us are in there. Oh yeah, Olivia, you had your hand up.
I forgot to say something that it's super exciting that we're actually starting the Ostrom working group, book club. And there is a server that is the DAO book club, and they accepted us in. They created a channel for us. If you go on the notes, there is a link to join that the channel. So I'm gonna pass a doodle around. We already hacked on the structure, and we're gonna start hopefully next week, and I hope to see all of you there. Thank you.
And everyone who goes to the book club might receive a raffle. Someone will receive a raffle of Pan for every time they show up. Yeah. Sorry, someone else was jumping in.
Maybe onboarding working group?
Okay, yeah. Ideally, the 2-minute version.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Sorry, once again. We had our first reinitiation meeting yesterday, and thanks for everybody's input. Lots of work to be done, like everybody else has said. GitHub is where we're trying to focus our efforts. And like you've heard many folks talk about onboarding, we're kind of, one of our roles is where we collaborate with all the various folks doing their sort of onboarding work in the background. Then also a place where we can organize direct work. Again, that'll be on GitHub. We have folks continuing to do interviews, tracking, and again, all the collaboration that's happening. So sorry for my connection issues, and please jump into GitHub. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig, and thank you all for staying with us. Thank you for keeping it tight, Craig. That was amazing. Make sure to check out the notes for all the great links, and we'll see you guys all next week and probably like every day. Most of you guys come to so many calls. Thank you, guys. Bye, everyone.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.